it's scary to think that there is no real action for the mass of Chicago that's there. Like, it's very selective in terms of who's being moved.
Yeah. And that's always the case in any major disaster film, right? Like 2012 or Day After Two. It's always been like the rich and the elite and the powerful who are saved, who get those options to kind of find the safety bunkers and the, whatever it is that.
Also, just one question, okay? Because I didn't see this being covered in the movie. I don't know if I'm not sure if I missed it. So there's no real televised news angle that's happening. So we don't know what really. I mean, I couldn't figure out what is being communicated or relayed to the
So the only
masses.
thing that I can think is that could happen, and it's not, right? You see everyone on their phones telling their loved ones to get out, and they don't have a clue as to what is happening. Even the daughter of the Secretary of Defense does not know what's happening. But the only thing that I can think that would happen, again, they leave it to your imagination, is that they get an alert, right? Everyone gets those nationwide emergency alerts. That's what the FEMA got as well. The FEMA woman got. Uh,
But it
that
was
would have
only
also.
only she who got it, right?
Yeah, and maybe it's because of her role, like you said, right? There are only certain people who get that sort of information, and that was also early on, just before they even sent the GB1. So I feel like a real life situation or a real life angle to that decision to not name who was behind it. But at the end of the day, it did feel a bit like, why? I mean, that you were mentioning that this was happening. These people have so many arsenal or missiles, and this person has this nuclear arsenal, but there was no sort of conclusion whatsoever. And I felt that was a bit.
But don't you think that that is also kind of a reality where technically, as much kind of information that you get through your spies and stuff like that, where how much do you really know about the abilities of your perceived uh, threats, or if you want to call them enemies, then enemies, but how much do you actually know? Because obviously, like most army or military, this thing, you have a lot of top secret stuff that is in development and stuff, which you never know. Like, do you know what they're developing? Do you know what they have? I don't think, as much as you want to say intel you gather, I don't think anyone ever knows what their true capabilities are till they actually reveal them, I guess.
Fair, okay, I get that. It's just that, I mean, this was a movie, so I kind of expected resolution. Like I said, there have been other movies where it's been quite clear as to who the villains are. In this case, yeah, but I agree. I think in such a situation, nobody's gonna give up their hand and then come on TV like, ha ha ha. So, Mr. President, you got me at last.
That's what this movie needed, right?
Yeah, which
Yeah,
also
I
I'm
thought
not
of
sure.
that as well.
Yeah, which I don't know, because his daughter's in Chicago. At least you'd want to, like, I mean, you jumping off the building does no favors to anybody, because if it doesn't hit, right, or if it doesn't detonate, the girl's lost her father, right, and if it does hit, well, I mean,
They'll be reunited.
yeah, in a way, yeah, is that what they plan to? Is like she's probably gonna be pissed off in heaven or hell, wherever they are. Like, you didn't tell me about this. You should have told me. So it felt a weird, odd decision to be.
Yeah, but yeah,
But the bodyguards are getting fired. Like, you don't let a aging old man just walk to the edge of the building and collapse. Like, you sprint and tackle the guy if he's not got into the helicopter. The moment he passes by the helicopter, you're like, grab him by the collar and say, no, push
yeah,
him.
but I mean, who expects him? Because it's not like he's kind of sprint and jumped off the building. He just like how you kind of do the 1 foot and drop into a pool or into the ocean. Like when you do scuba diving, you just take the one step off the edge of the boat and like into the ocean. That's what he did. And you could have thought like maybe he wanted to take in like one last view
One last,
before he
yeah.
gets into the helicopter or something, and then next thing you know, he's like scrambled
He
eggs on the
definitely
floor.
took one
So
last view. That was
yeah.
definitely his one last view because no more views after that.